In France's famed seaport of La Rochelle, the Student Yacht World Cup is about to begin. With scores of excited sailors starting their day preparing their boats ahead of today's races. There are many details to be attended to before they are ready to start. Nobody wants to have to deal with any damages just as the competition now begins. The first start to a race is given around noon. Team USA was the first boat on the pin end, with teams from Ireland, Italy, and Switzerland on windward. Between these four boats, many close battles were being fought from early on. The advantage is always with the boat that achieves the highest speed and best angles. So, it was the Italian team that started to put some distance between themselves and their US rivals. But then the Italians decided to tack and bear away behind the Swiss team. Their passing was really close, an excellent handling of the boat from the Italians. The Swiss stuck with the left side of the course, managing to round the weather mark, less than a boat length behind the French team, current holders of the world title. An excellent rounding from them, with a very swift hoisting of the spinnaker. The other student teams were lined up behind the front runners. Their spinnakers being hoisted one after the other, now fashioned a stunning rainbow across the Gulf of La Rochelle. By the time the fleet reached the downwind mark, the Swiss had lost some precious meters from those separating them from their competitors. So now the Irish and the Canadian teams were getting dangerously close. And finally, it was these teams from Ireland and Canada that succeeded in finishing today in second and third place respectively. And those defending their title could of course claim to have started out well this year too. The second start was given before long, with the fleet immediately spreading across the starting line. The Australians decided to tack immediately this time, passing behind the poles before heading to the right side of the racecourse. However, the Finns were keeping a close eye on them. The team soon reached the weather mark and proceeded with preparing their spinnakers. The Canadians put in an excellent performance this time and won the race. The team from Ireland was following right behind them, leaving the Swedes in third place. The race committee quickly decided on a third race. This time it was going to be an inshore race, running for 16 miles. First, downwind towards Fort Boyard, up to the northwest Aix mark, and then upwind to SYWoC Point. But then the race was shortened. Now, boats would finish right in front of the port of La Rochelle. And once again, it was the Canadians who completed the inshore race ahead of the rest. A great day for Canada. Before we leave you for today, let's have a quick look at the overall results at the end of day one. The Canadians are, of course, first. The defending champions follow in second place, with the Irish team in third place at the end of this first day in wonderful La Rochelle. But it's still too early for any conclusions to be drawn. There are many exciting days of competition ahead. So be sure to join us tomorrow for day 2 of the Student Yacht World Championship.